but it was just literally could not escape it, Mike. Everywhere, either I was at or was working or supporting or collaborating with, we all had gremlins that were just significant. I mean, they were huge. And it was like Murphy came through with a baseball bat and just started destroying stuff, right? Murphy's Law, right? If anything can go wrong, it will. Hello, I'm Eric.
I'm Mike.
Welcome to Cyber Sitrep, the Cyber Situation Report. See, he's reading my lips as we go.
No, I did. I tried. I was like...
You said the first time.
Did I say the first time?
Yeah, you still keep saying welcome to the Cyber Situation Report.
Again, it goes back to...
The Cyber Situational Report, the report. I mean, I'm just going to start riffing it. I don't know. I'm just going to nod.
The report of situationals. The Colbert Report.
That's funny. The rapport. Do you have rapport?
I have rapport.
I have great rapport.
That's what we're coming to you from the situation rapport.
Yeah, we're not losing it yet, are we?
Oh, God, no.
We're still cohesive, right? We're still dangerous.
If you can't tell, we've been working hard and it's beginning to show.
Yeah, and we're enjoying each other's company and we're starting to unravel a little bit, but that's okay.
That leads perfectly into this.
Yes, it does. Don't leave me hanging, buddy. Yeah. Yes, exactly. So us having this little glitch is what we want to talk about. Glitches in the Matrix, right?
Exactly.
So everywhere, no bleep. This week, doing all kinds of things. And
well, first of all, what do you mean?
Oh, that's a really good point. Yeah, I know. I wouldn't lead so bad with they're everywhere anyway. So what is a glitch in the Matrix, right? There's this theory.
What is the Matrix?
Well, right. If you haven't seen the movies, see them, watch them, please.
Yeah, that's right.
Although I hear there's a fifth one coming out. Don't do it. Leave it. No. Leave it alone.
Stay John Wick.
Yes, thank you. Right. Well, they're going to do another one too. So anyway, but I'd watch John Wick. I'd watch the fifth one. I'd watch 10 of them. I don't care. Chad and Keanu.
Yeah.
My guys, right? Okay. Going back. What is glitches in the Matrix, right? So there's this theory going around through top physicists and scientific minds that we live in a simulation, that we are not really human beings. This isn't really a physical environment, a podcast studio we're in. We're all in some kind of digital construct.
We're just a part of a mainframe.
Yeah, we're here for the pleasure of more advanced species, right? To have fun, kind of like Ant Farm.
Or a 10-year-old kid with an ant farm.
Exactly right. Or The Sims, et cetera, right? And if you, I warn you in advance, this is a very deep rabbit hole. So if you want to go down this hole, that's awesome. Welcome.
Bring a shovel.
Yeah, we have umbrellas. It's going to be awesome, but it is very deep. And you will see, if you start to look for this, you'll see like photos of things that are seemingly impossible, like birds stuck in flight for 2 or 3 seconds, literally not moving. And then they just pick up right where they left off, right?
People that disappear.
Right.
Just walking.
Or glitch, like the whole black cat in the Matrix movies, right? Where it's there and then it's not there and it's partially adjusted. Things like that, right? There's all kinds of evidence out there,
right?
Or captures that, swear that's what's going on, right? Personally, I don't ascribe to that, but I got to tell you, I got close this week, right? I really did, because...
There were glitches in your Matrix?
Not only, see, that's the thing, right, Mike? If it was just my Matrix, I'd know I was losing my mind, right?
Right.
And I'd go get help. But it wasn't just my Matrix. It was everybody that I was interconnected with. It was like we were this one hive mind, all having similar things happen through the week, right? And I'm not talking about little minor stuff like you see the cat glitch. I'm talking about major, like bring your system down things happening for no reason.
A true glitch in your Matrix, your IT
reason.
Systems. Yeah.
Like your network stack just decides to start failing on you for no reason. Everything else is fine. Another customer's Wi-Fi network went down for no reason at all. It was working fine. It was bulletproof, right? Computers going down, office applications or software applications working fine 1 minute and then just non-responsive the next for no apparent reason. No error messages, no nothing. Just
and normally we see the other side of that.
Right.
As IT people, you typically have the problems, and then we show up, and magically they're like, well, why is it working now? And we're like...
I think we call that white coat syndrome, right? The tech gets scared, right?
Yeah.
And it behaves, but not this time around.
That's right.
And so I was kind of doing this as a pulse check with the community if you guys had similar experiences.
Exactly.
Because I have never experienced, and who knows, probably 100% coincidence, but it was just literally could not escape it, Mike. Everywhere, either I was at or was working or supporting or collaborating with, we all had gremlins that were just significant. I mean, they were huge. And it was like Murphy came through with a baseball bat and just started destroying stuff, right? Murphy's Law, right? If anything can go wrong, it will. That's what was happening.
Yeah, and I always say that, with computers and IT systems, they do exactly as they're told, right? They
yes.
Right.
For
touch
now.
wood. Yeah, they don't. We'll cover that in another pod. Right. They're not, omnipotent and know their own soul.
Yeah.
But they do as they're programmed.
Right.
And when computer systems don't do that, there's no logical reason.
Yes, and that's exactly what was happening.
We're kind of in that ones and zeros world in the tech world where we're like, there has to be a reason.
Right.
It could be software crash. It could be, something was unplugged or
a prime cause. Right?
Yeah, but there's something that causes it other than the old shrug and it just did it and now it's working again.
And that's what it was. And it wasn't just me. It was other people. Different platforms, and that's exactly what it was. But just one second it was there, the next it wasn't, and the next it was there.
I know we talk about AI, and you're doing a whole pod on your AI study.
An update.
But I can tell you, my wife would think, well, that's AI testing your. It's just reaching. Some AI somewhere is reaching out, going, "Oh, let me power that off. Let me power that on."
I'd just like to go back to that alien species 10-year-old that's having fun, going.
Exactly right.
Let's make it subtle.
Exactly right.
See how much I have to dial it up for them
the
to
ant
notice.
Farm. Let me shake and see what happens when I destroy it and
how
then rebuild
bad
it.
do I have to shake it for them to realize they're ants? Right. I think. That's a plausible explanation. I don't think that's what it was. But.
You're in The Sims. I mean, when I used to build Sims, I would build, roller coasters that weren't finished just to watch things fall off,
Exactly.
So why wouldn't someone, if we are a Sim, why wouldn't they be building bridges that have no end and we just fall off?
Exactly. I don't know. Did you have anything like that happen this week?
So
anything
this week,
similar?
the only thing was in our Microsoft stack. It just seemed to, not. But that I attributed to just, it's a Microsoft stack.
Sure. I mean, stuff happens, right? I get that. But,
no offense, but.
Well, and Mike, what I want to close with is that it was so pervasive, so consistent or persistent that I started doubting my troubleshooting skills. Because I'm like, to your point, there's a prime cause. It has to be A or B. Either or, binary.
So bringing my wife in, that's AI gaslighting you.
It totally was, because neither one worked. I'm like, what? So I couldn't get to a base because I couldn't figure out where I was at orientation-wise.
Right. You had mentioned something about your spanning tree problem.
Yeah.
That's, for people that don't know, spanning tree is when your switches
nasty.
So if you have a mesh network, your switches can flood your network.
Can loop, yeah.
Yep. If you don't put on the spanning tree algorithm that basically says, hey,
it stops that.
I will only talk this way, and this is our path, and those kind of things. And so when it's not working, because by default these things are on now.
Right.
We're not in the old days of switches. And I
guarantee you, I had it configured because I'm a good little security wonk. So I had it configured properly.
Well, and it's not something that just gets shut off. It's not whoopsies, I clicked the wrong button.
It's one of those you have to dig, it's buried, and once it's set, you forget about it because it's just there and it works. Right.
And if your network's working and your network's working and your network's working, and all of a sudden you're like, spanning tree? And you haven't added a new piece or something that would cause
nothing,
chaos.
No changes. Just one morning you come in and you've got 4 pieces of gear all complaining about port flapping, which is where the port goes back and forth from up to down and eventually gets shut down out of an abundance of caution. And that all happened to be my high speed links.
And was that kid just going like, spanning tree?
He's like, now you have it, now you don't. Now you have it, now you don't. And it was also, of course, because Murphy, right, I was using my high-speed network attached storage to back up some critical files before I sent the masters to a customer.
So,
And I had about 200
when things
gig of
go
files
wrong,
to
they're going to go wrong right then.
So don't ask me how many times I had to do that transfer. I was starting to get a little hot.
Well, similar topic, but it's when I first learned of spanning tree way back when I was a young airman. Mm-hmm. I think I was a junior NCO then, but it was anyway. We put in some new switches. Every 3 days, the whole base would go down.
Yes.
And no one knew spanning tree then. It wasn't a widely known topic. These smart switches were new. And so, we were just giving them.
And to be fair, right, back when you and I were way back in the age of the dinosaurs, that wasn't a formal discipline yet. You
Nope.
kind of got brought in from other career fields and said, hey, you're going to be the network shop.
Yeah.
Okay, what does that mean? Well, it means you're going to do blah, blah,
figure
blah,
it
blah,
out.
blah, blah. And you're like, exactly. You're like, yes, sir.
And we didn't have
wrong
Google.
hand. And nope. And you had to figure it out, trial and error. And we did. And we did. And there's a lot of things we messed up on the way.
Yeah.
But that's hard-won knowledge that we will never forget. So anyway,
No.
every 3 days,
Well, every
base
3 days the
goes
network
to
would go
crap.
down, and
the Wing
what do
King
you do?
calls you and says,
What do? You reboot. So when we reboot, it reset
It
everything.
resets. It happens
and the
all over
traffic
again.
would just slowly build to 3 days, crash.
and then kaboom.
And we're like, it wasn't email. It wasn't this. It wasn't that. And it wasn't until we started reading our O'Reilly books that had the animals on the cover, the only things that we could do
I
about
love O'Reilly.
switches, this new technology. And we're like, spanning tree.
What's this you speak of?
Yeah. So we put the sniffer on the network and we're like, that's the spanning.
That's not good.
So figured out how to shut it off, and voila.
Oh.
It only took us about a month. But,
You had a really patient wing commander. That's all I can say.
networks are kind of new back then. So no
Well,
one
and not
really,
everybody was using it either.
yeah,
So
email
now,
wasn't the thing.
nowadays, I feel bad for all of our brethren that are out there now in the service because it goes down, you're dead meat.
But you want
So,
to, when you talk about,
yeah, just
something
no
in
reason.
the Matrix where like
Right.
3 days, it dies. We reboot, it works. 3 days,
And
it
see,
dies.
I could even go with that because the 3 days would give me a periodicity, and I'd be able to say, okay, there's something that's causing that at day 3.
Yeah.
And it'd give me a place to start. But I didn't even have that this time, Mike.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I felt like I was blindfolded and I was thrown in a swimming pool. I really felt that way, and I'm like, wow, I need to take a step back because I thought it was me, and it probably is me. I'm probably just hallucinating, but that was a rough week.
That's also the Matrix.
Yeah, it
Or
is.
turn on Eric's
Yeah.
hallucinations, and then
And then my mouth gets
Exactly.
zipped up. So anyway, let us know in the comments if you guys had similar things. If you guys think we're full of
and also
stuff
know that
or-
you aren't alone when stuff just doesn't work right, and there's no real reason for it not to.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
eventually we'll figure it out one of these days. Maybe in our lifetimes we'll find out there's some grand unifying theory of stuff, and I don't know. But until then, man,
Those of
good
faith
luck.
have the place where they're going. Those without faith, think something else. And then there's the people who think they're in the Matrix and they're just gonna, I don't
care.
know, get rebooted
And they don't care.
start
right.
again. Yeah.
So the short answer is be safe, have fun, take a breath, and don't be me. Just disengage sooner rather than later, and just
I was going to say,
let it
grass
reset.
between the toes is my advice.
Exactly. Thank you. And with that, guys, we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Remember, like and follow. Hey, we're coming to you from the Studio 809 Community Podcast Studio here at the Next Us. This is a professional cooperative environment for small businesses here in downtown Colorado Springs. We'd like to thank them for supporting us over our journey.
Yeah, it's been a minute or two.
Yes.
Thank you guys for your continued support.
Thank you.